Hey, Crown Publishing content followers, viewers, supporters, and listeners. Thank you for clicking on my video again today to see what it is I have to say. If you're new to my channel, welcome 1,000 times. Our channel is called Crown Publishing Content, where publishing and marketing content finally do meet. All right. Oh, yeah. Across the screen here at the bottom, this is part two to the topic like father, like son, or just too privileged. Pertaining to King Harris and T.I. I wanted to come back with a part two on this topic. Thank you guys for your support up until now, and feel free to tune in to previously recorded segments just like these and to part one to this same topic right here, okay? It's just something I wanted to do for y'all. Hold on, let me go back to the because what I'm gonna do while I'm on this segment today, y'all pay attention to the bottom of the screen. If you have, you can email me, subject title Crown Reaction, if you'd like to see me do reactions to, you know what I'm saying, different topics. You know what I'm saying? You can email me, forward me the link, maybe to a TikTok story or whatever. But I like to give live reactions just like these. We do discussion topics if you're new to my channel. We also do promotional interviews with entrepreneurs and authors predominantly. We love to talk to self published authors, but we also like to talk to industry leaders who can help to guide us when we are interested in working in I ain't gonna just say in the world of entertainment, but it's different. You know what I'm saying? Because writing and publishing, in its own way, is art still, and it's just a lot of different things that come with it. But that's another topic for another day outside of our channel. That's who Crown Publishing Content is. We are content management services. You know what I'm saying? And we're available for content management needs at this time. So the email is down there at the bottom, but for the sake of YouTube on those topics, we've been doing pretty good, keeping them fresh and juicy for you guys. Not only keeping us notified with what's going on across the globe around us, but also discussing these topics and see what we can learn with them, and not for anybody. None of us can learn for anybody, but we can definitely learn from. We can try to. That's my opinion. Any small or great donation is appreciated. That's the Crown Publishing Content Cash App right there across the screen. And just like I was speaking on, we're about to bring back the entrepreneurial promotional segments again with authors and entrepreneurs. So we can definitely talk entrepreneurship promotion soon. If you have a services, work, or business that you would like to just put more energy and investment and time into marketing and promoting in 2024, this would be the link where you could reserve a slot or just discuss more. I didn't mean to say that because everybody doesn't decide to go that far into the business with us. But you can reserve a slot time for us to at least discuss what promotional or content management services could look like for you. That's the booking link right here, where you can schedule a time to talk to us here at Crown Publishing Content. Because once again, we want to help promote your work, services, or business. Okay. Now I'm gonna put that email back up there for you guys too, because that's going to be another way uh, you can contact us at this time. And throughout the segment, I'll put the Cash App back up there. So, you know, but we appreciate you guys' support up until this point. What I love to do is bring the content, and also we're going to bring back other speakers like we had started and began doing to come in on these topics with us, and to also talk a little bit about their work as entrepreneurs and authors in 2024, independent self-published authors anyway. Because there's like film script writers out there. It's all type of different writers, and it just interests me in a different way. But that's what it's supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? Because writing is a lot of work, regardless of what kind of writing you do, but feel free to also tune in to previously recorded segments where right here as the podcast host, Arthur Tedasheri. I'm a self-published artist myself. We have done segments on previously recorded videos where we actually talk a little bit more about entrepreneurship and how we're helping ourselves. We've gone over a lot of topics with that, but I just want to bring it back. That's all I'm saying. But thank you guys for your support. Don't forget to hit that subscribe bell. I wanted to come back and talk about King Harris and his father. Because now Father's Day is approaching. When I did part one, it was actually on Mother's Day. I just sat back and listened to the stream again myself, and I did part one. It was Mother's Day, but I laughed to myself. I said, man, but Father's Day is coming up. And I thought about this duo right here. I think they're going to be all right. The Harrises, uh, I think they're going to be okay because no family at the end of the day dynamic can be 100% perfect. I'm a Deja fan too. All his kids are just wonderful and wonderful to me because they can't always help the life of the parents or who their parents are, what they were born into. But I do feel like for the most part, uh, perfect or not, him and his wife did a great job. And some could disagree, and we know why, because there's different allegations that have floated around about Tiny and T.I too in the past, about some of their different business, in the streets or whatever. I ain't gonna say in the past, in the recent past. So that it is as much of a fan as I am, that is unfortunate. So I do understand how some people could agree, like once you do one thing in life where you get caught up or whatever, they might try to, boom, shoot at your parenting skills too. And that's not how we're coming at the topic with them. So once again, feel free to tune in with part one. Tune into part one to this same topic. Just scroll through the live section of the Crown Publishing Content YouTube channel videos, not just the regular videos. You'll see a tab that say live, uh, and then if you subscribe, we'll pop up on your community feed every time we got a new upload or more content that we would like to bring to you guys. Okay, like just postings and cool stuff. And we want you guys to interact with us more. So boom. Yes, I feel like for the most part, a parent shouldn't be judged because you could be two different things. Maybe as a parent, they did the best they could with all of their kids. We know Tiny came into their relationship with a child she already had, and T.I came into their relationship, their marriage with kids he already had, but they got kids together. And this is what we call a blended family, ladies and gentlemen. Even though they're celebrities, this is a real thing. I'll still always give them their accolades or whatever for trying to be the type of family to showcase or at least exhibit or guide people to the right way of what this could possibly look like, especially I'm not being funny, especially in the black or minority like communities. We know these are the communities with the highest rates of missing fathers to begin with. Now, I do wonder in these statistics if they consider fathers just a paternal type deal, because we know that stepfathers and different things are real. I wanted to come back and speak on this topic because after I did part one to the last live, I ended up discovering that there was a possibility. Well, I was doing some research and checking out some different videos and articles because we know that in recent celeb media headlines, uh, King supposedly got into a almost physical altercation, if not full blown physical altercation, with one of his parents, but then it ended up kind of like spilling over to it being him arguing with both of his parents. Whatever went down, I think the parents had ended up going live. He had really pissed his parents off. See, to me, I got to look at it for what it is as a fan. Um, Maybe they got so mad and went live and everything because they were in public, because that was a true part about that story when it happened. That wasn't that long ago. And they was supposed to been beefing, but I know everybody remembers that. That's why I brought that up, leading me to say that supposedly at that game they were at, I don't remember what type of game it was, y'all, but they were out in public. Because when people mad, they say stuff, or stuff might come out that the people surrounding them just goddamn didn't know. Because people are mad and they're spewing words back and forth and they're spewing shots of words. Y'all know some words is like throwing a whole jab, like, and that's what starts altercations. I even tell my little ones today, as much as they bicker and argue, siblings do it. I say, we do have to watch our words, though. I prefer words over physical altercations any day, but I teach them at their young ages at this time. The reason I might cut off a discussion when I feel like it's getting too heated between them as siblings is because I know that words lead, this is just an example, but words can lead to unnecessary altercations. But somehow with this parent duo, it did they went here with him, but they were saying it was a possibility that it's a little more than a possibility, in my opinion. When I looked at it, and everything I state today is just my opinion, expressions, opinions, and reaction to this topic. Thank you guys for your support. Uh, they the picture I saw of this man that could be King's dad, I was just like, oh my God. Even as a fan, you know how you got older in life. T.I and Tiny have even gotten older, and they've always been older than me. I'm just saying, we've all gotten older, and it's like I don't as much keep up with everything. Now, I did state that I would try to keep up with that, because when you are a fan of certain celebrities, you're happy to see them in the media or what's going on in their life, stuff like that. But lately this was just one of those where I was like, what? Like, what's going on? But that fight ordeal, they were saying it could have had something to do with that. Like, it could have been over something totally different. But like I said, when people are mad, they bring up whole other, I bet y'all that's what happened with his son at that game that day. They bring up whole other, because, see, as T.I and them was reacting and going live and showing people how King was acting, because I believe people probably was recording and stuff too that day. But it's like King also turned around and went live and started posting on Twitter, Instagram, different stuff, whatever they do, going back and forth too, giving his reaction to how he felt. Now, this just brings out another can of worms in the weirdest way, because we knew that King had already seemingly been acting out, right? Like, just beefing. It just seemed like out of all the kids, he'd be in the headlines the most. I don't think, if it is because he is a musician and everything, maybe this is just a promotional publicity stunt for us all to talk about King. I don't know, so he can sell his music. But like, my main point is he won't get as far as a music career. His parents even admitted whatever's going on with him. Even, sir, my opinion to King about King, it's like, even if that's not your real father, um, it's like he's speaking up a little bit, but it's like, why be so angry about that now? Like, I'm sure that man is not perfect with any of his kids, y'all. We talking about an artist that spend most of their life on the road. The sitcom, the series, The Family Hustle, that shows them being a family around the house. Y'all think that's their life every day? It even show on the show that sometimes dad is gone for a while because he's out doing music, and then we see that Tiny end up going back. Actually, where I'm excited. Well, I was excited for that, for her, uh, as a woman and a mother too, or somebody with wife experience. I thought that was great. Or I'll only try to imagine what it's like to feel like you put your career to the side for a little while as a mother or as a wife, like Tiny. You know what I'm saying? to dedicate more time to your family. But I'm saying T.I wasn't always like he probably even right now he's still working. But y'all remember how it's like certain artists had these periods of streaks of hits of just release album releases. Like we ain't just been seeing him do that same thing, but I'm saying in the beginning he was and he could again. But that's just my point. The mother claims she was at home more. We know they broke up, got back together, broke up. We're not predominantly talking about them as a couple though until we start talking about King to me. Their couple, their relationship, that's their business really. But when we start talking about King, regardless, young King Harris, Tiny is your mama. You see, you don't get to choose who your parent end up being with. Once again, feel free to check out part one. I kind of talked about that already. uh how some kids, like I said, I do give King that because I might not always know exactly what's going on in these celebs' life, but you could be bullied or feel pressured or like you gotta come with whatever you got, like you feel like people don't put that on your shoulders just because of who child you are. We talked about that on part one. Feel free to pull that video up. I might leave the link in the comment section for you guys, so don't even fret. But we already talked about that, so I won't dig into that too deep. But we do start talking about the parents and their relationship and what might have really been going on behind the scenes when we talk about King. And we know that Deja, the other daughter, you know what, y'all? I'm gonna bring a video back about Deja later on today because yeah, I'm a family hustle fan. I used to be a Hustle Gang fan. That's why I can tell y'all about that period when he was having hits. That wasn't that long ago. It's been a minute, but now his kids are older, grown, old enough to make some of their own decisions. And mom and dad seem to openly and publicly be showing us too what they might be going through a little bit. We know there's Deja and the other one I told y'all I'm a fan. The other daughter, y'all, Neat Neat. I think that's her. Y'all know her name. Uh, Deja also, she probably don't act out the same way as King or exhibit behaviors, but it's like two of the kids that's been in the headlines just a lot, even if it's in the past 5, 10 years. Like to me, when they got grown or close to grown. And it was just different things with his daughter, and that's crazy. We talk about that on a lot of our different discussion topics about celebrities. Feel free to tune in to previously recorded segments. As mentioned, how character and talent are two different things, and how these stories won't shock us as much or something, or these stories and coverage on what celebrities go through behind the scenes, because they're still human, losing money, this happening. Like update. I need to come back and talk about that too. Glorilla, y'all, you know what I'm saying? They got a rumor going out here she done robbed somebody for $400,000. I was like, that's what I'm talking about. She ain't even got in the industry good and you already messing up. Like King. Like I'm trying to say. Glorilla, I'm sure she's a little older than King, so we don't know. It might be more to this story. So I'm gonna come back with a segment topic discussion with that with Glorilla too. Cause it's like, come on, sis. You can't be out here robbing people of that much money or being accused of that. Uh, that's not good. It can't be good for the label, the brand. Like, what's going on? Or is this? And if it is praised, it shouldn't be. Certain stuff with music, I feel like they do too much. I do. Yeah, when it comes to hip hop, and she's supposed to be a rapper. We talked about rap and hip hop the other day. Why I don't personally think, in my opinion, my reaction, it's gonna last past another decade. I just they already got AI generated rappers now, so like just pretty much AI rapper. They don't really, in a minute, they're not gonna have to perform, and maybe you just see the holograms. Like this, is what people want. They don't care. They just want to stay entertained. But we know with two of his kids, they have kind of come out in voice. I'm gonna definitely have to do a part 3 or 4 to this too, because I done already came back and did part 2, and I never came back and gave my reaction to his what I think. You know what I'm saying? My reaction to his relationship with his other daughter, Deja. The difference between Deja and King, though, like I was trying to mention on this part 2 segment, is that King might be somebody whole else child when it comes to the dad, okay? T.I. But Tiny is both of their mama. That's why I would say, no matter how deep it's ever got in King heart, maybe me and young King just need to have a heart to heart. It's a way I could have him to give him a different perception. Like, bro, you and your sister have the same mama, kinfolk. You cannot choose. You were not able to control who your mother ended up with. It's a daughter. Yeah, it's neat. It's a daughter that Tiny had before she met him. That's what I'm saying. Well, I ain't gonna say met, but before, you know what I'm saying, they had kids. And then it might have been a few kids. Like I said, they had outside kids before they came together and made their own. But that other little one, I forgot his name. Cause it ain't just King. I believe there's another little one, but there's Damani, and there's Deja, and there's that older girl, Neat. I just love that little family dynamic, and I love that we can see the raw more too in the celebrities' lives lately. Cause yeah, it just reminds us how at the end of the day that like they are still human. It doesn't matter. Sometimes more money, more problems for real. Deja and the rest of them, they don't act like I don't know, like they be out here looking for trouble in the streets. But one thing they do have in common is they voiced this whole problem with their whole father. Even if King just found out or wants to feel a type of way and aired it out all of a sudden and exposed that he might not be his real daddy, I would say there should still be a level of respect because he's definitely contributed into raising the young man and Deja as well, but we don't know what it's like to be them, y'all. Like them two young people, just like you got Will and Jada kids. Just so happen a boy and a girl too. They be feeling like, now they get a certain age, they want to come out and tell the celebrities have to expect this. I wonder, do they? Leave you guys' opinions in the comments. Like your kids are gonna get older and tell their life story. Like being raised with you in the celebrity spotlight and what it was like being around you I mean, because this is practically what we get. We saw Master P Son and them get into it not before this a little while ago. Him and Romeo's coming out publicly beefing, going live with each other, talking about money. Okay. I'll come back with a part 3. Thank you guys for your support. Hit that subscribe bell so that you stay notified of every new video upload just like these. That's that email again at the bottom and the Cash App now. If you'd like to make any small or great contribution and support uh, as a subscriber, support the Crown Publishing Content YouTube channel in 2024, where publishing and marketing content finally meet. We're trying to keep the power of business networking alive. That's that email again. In case you might be interested in promoting your small businesses, services, or work in 2024, and also the link to the booking, reserve a slot to discuss what promotion might look like or what content management services might look like. All right. And there's that email again in case you might want to inquire that way. Thank you guys, and until next time.